Let's take a look and see what she did with her 401k. Was it a loan? Did she cash out from her 401k? Let's see what the deal is here with her.
Buzzing because I just deposited my 401k. Yeah. I deposited my 401k because I took it all out so that I could pay off my credit cards because your girl was drowning. I was drowning in credit card debt because I had lost my job when I was traveling Europe. So I had to put everything on my credit card.
So she lost her job when she traveled to Europe.
Literally crying.
I wonder how long she went for. Was it a week? Was it 2 weeks? Was it like an extended amount of time? I'm very curious about how that happened.
Crying to my friend. I was like, what do I do? Like, do I like file bankruptcy? Like, do I take out like a personal loan? I just like don't want to pay anybody back. Like, that was like the whole goal is to just like be done with this. Like, I just don't know what to do. She's like, wait, you still have a 401k from Warner when we worked there because we worked at Warner together. And I was like, yeah, why? And she's like, pull it out. She's like, take that shit out and pay it. She's like, you know that you're going to get a job soon again. And like, you're just aggressively put into your 401k then. And I was like, you're brilliant. Cause I'm like, when I pay my credit cards off, I can just put it back into a 401k. Cause I was paying like $1,300 a month in credit card debt.
$1,300 a month in credit card bills is a lot. That is a lot. Especially when you have no money coming in. Paying $1,300 a month just on credit cards. She's not talking about mortgage. She's not talking about rent. She's not talking about car note, her light bill, nothing else. No other bills. Just her credit card bill alone is like a mortgage payment, really. For some people who bought their house years and years and years ago, it's a mortgage payment and a car payment. $1,300 a month is a lot.
That's a minimum, mind you. So I literally was not even making a goddamn dent with the $1,300.
That is the minimum payment. So she's not even making a dent in paying her credit card bill. She's not making a dent. She's not really touching. She's not paying anything extra. She really is paying enough. And then interest builds up the next month. So she's going to spend the next like 50 years or something, I'm just exaggerating, paying off that credit card if she doesn't do something about it now. I see what she's trying to do.
I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, literally can't do it. It's not worth it. Pulled out my 401k and I just deposited the check and I like literally feel like I can breathe. I just feel so happy because now I feel like I can like live my life and really not make money just to pay off debt that isn't even getting paid off because interest rate. This is just what I've done that feels good to me was to take out my 401k. It's an option. I feel like rich people do this all the time. So like, why are we not talking about it more? And I hate that people don't talk about debt enough.
So here's the thing. You can take out your 401k and pay off your credit card. Now, it looked like she completely closed her account because she doesn't work at that job anymore. Now, for anybody who's still working, you're going to have to take out a 401k loan if that's the route you want to go. You can't just take out your 401k and there's a penalty involved. There's a lot more behind it, right? I did a video not too long ago. It was in the news, kind of encouraging people, right, to take out a 401k loan and buy a house. If you're buying your first house, I would not do that. I would not take out a 401k loan and buy your first house. You should already have savings. You should already have backup money to you have to buy furniture for that house. You have to be ready if something happened. So if your 401k money is all you're depending on to buy that house, I wouldn't encourage it. Now, if you're going to take out a 401k loan to buy an investment property where you have money rolling in or buy something else that would bring money in, maybe you can do that. Depends. Again, it's not for everyone. Just like she said, that is working for her. I don't know it's going to work for everyone. So be careful with this. Be very careful with this. And in her case, what happened is she was working at a company. She's not there anymore. Here's another tidbit about that. If you're not working for a company anymore and you have your 401k sitting out in that company sometimes take out fees for having your money sitting with them. So this is not for everyone, but if you have a 401k sitting out there for a job you're not working anymore, call them and ask them if they're charging you a fee for keeping your money because the account is kind of stagnant. I found that out the hard way, that if you change job and you didn't move your 401k over to your new job or you're not working, take that money out. You could be paying a fee to have them hold your money for you. So keep an eye on that too.
Because everyone has it nowadays. Everyone. I just feel so excited. to my friend who like told me about.
I agree. People don't talk about debts enough. I don't even talk about my debts, to be honest with you. I don't talk to my husband about my debts until it's about time to be paid off, which is where I'm at right now. And I get excited about it, right? I get super excited. There's knowledge at your fingertip. Use your YouTube, your TikTok, use whatever you have to learn how to pay off your debt. And it is not talked about. We talk about our wins, we talk about what we buy, we don't talk about the debt we go into to buy these things and use these things. We don't talk about that as much as we should. I think we really should. We don't. It's not something we talk about. We don't talk about our debt.
This because I didn't even think about it. So yeah.
She's really excited. I don't know if I would take on my 401k to pay off credit card. But hey, if she's excited, I'm excited for her. She looks super young, so she would have time to build back that account. Plus, it was just stagnant there anyway. She wasn't putting money into it. I don't know if they were charging her a fee to keep that money for her in her 401k. So I think it's a win for her. I think it's a win. I think I would do it if I'm in her position. Again, she's super young, so it is not for everyone. This is not for everyone. This is not something everyone can do. I included this because she's got good points, and you can see how quick it can be like a cycle. So here's what she has to say.
I had a 43-year-old accountant as a client who took a 401k loan to pay off $40,000 in credit card debt, and she had run them all back up within a year.
Listen, if you're not struggling to pay off this debt, you don't know what it feels like to not rack it back up, right? In no time, you can rack that credit card back up in no time. Listen, I have money, my credit card's empty, like I have money, I want this, I want that. All of a sudden, you know everything that you want or you need. If you struggle to pay it off, which is where I'm at right now, because I'm so close to the end and I get excited, and I'm going to be laughing one day with her, and I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you guys posted on that. But I'm pinching every penny. I'm watching what I spend. I check my account daily. I do like so much just to not like let a penny slip by, because I want to make sure that all of that's going to my credit card. Like I pay my credit card every 2 weeks instead of once a month to keep that interest away from me if I can. I do certain things just to make sure that I'm not paying something I don't need to pay for, right? Like the credit card company. I don't want to pay them my money. I don't want to use any more money from them. When my credit card is empty, I'm waiting for the day to hear it, to like see it as zero. I'm waiting for the day for it to say zero balance on it. I'm super excited. I'm getting there. But if you don't go through the struggles, you don't appreciate the credit card being empty. I'm saying empty meaning you don't have a balance. You have to go through the struggles to appreciate the zero balance, right? And then you're going to know, I'm not doing this again. I don't care what you say. I'm not just going on a vacation now because I have money in my credit card that I can spend. Actually, you don't have money in your credit card you can spend. You're borrowing money from the credit card company or a bank and spending it, and then they get interest from you. Save up your money where you don't have to pay any interest, because that's what I'm going to do. And I'm not paying interest to anyone for a vacation, for anything like that. I've learned my lesson for sure. So again, when you pay it off using a 401k or a 401k loan, it's different, right? You didn't sacrifice for that money. That money was just sitting there waiting for you. I mean, it was a win-win for her. She's young and she had that 401k. Now, that's not going to be for everyone, because not everyone is in their 20s. I mean, she looked like she is in her 20s. It worked out well for her. However, 10, 15 years from now, she cannot do that again. That's not going to happen, because then she'll fall behind on her retirement, and it's going to be different. And as much as we little people have this problem, high earners have this problem too. So, and high earners spend higher amount of money. So they don't have a balance of $1,000 that they're talking about. Like one of my credit card that I'm talking about right now is like $500 and something. And that's what I'm counting down. Now my other one is a little higher. They're all under $1,000 that I'm talking about right now. I do have 2 that's over $1,000, but I have 3 that's under $1,000, and I'm paying off those 3 first, so they all show 0. So when I'm saying we little people, I understand us little people. I can relate to you. I don't know that I can relate to them. I can relate to us little people and struggling to pay off our credit card. But high earners have a higher balance.
This was her third time taking care of the debt. And this is an incredibly common pattern with high income earners. They accumulate a bunch of high interest debt and they think that the solution is to somehow shift the debt. The problem is that the underlying issue is never actually the debt. It's the spending habits that got you into debt. So whether you move the debt or not, you're still going to continue to generate more debt. Generally speaking, you aren't fixing anything by doing a 0% balance transfer, taking a 401k loan, using a bonus or a tax refund, etc. In fact, you're often just exposing yourself to creating more debt. So if you've been contemplating clearing your debt, or you've already done it recently, and this is not your first time.
What her point exactly was what I was saying earlier. Make sure it's not a cycle where you get back into debt, because that's useless. Why would you pay off your debt to get right back into debt? So use every tool that's at your fingertip to assist you with not getting right back into debt. I don't know, cut up your credit card, give it to your mom to keep, do something about it. Don't have it be at your disposal.
Then it's probably time to get some support to actually shift your habits and learn how to implement systems that will help you to stay debt-free after you
I
pay
included
off all
this
of your
video in
debt.
here because my last video, which was a while ago, talked about buying a home with a 401k loan. And I highly discourage it, especially if it's your first home. Don't buy your first home, like I said earlier, with your 401k loan. Now, if you're doing an investment, if you're buying a home as an investment, you're going to rent it out, get money coming back, you use your calculator, do the pros and cons, do all of that stuff. So this kind of relates to the 401k loan. He took it out to buy an investment property, it sounds like. So let's see what he's thinking.
All right, I could have made the best decision of my life or the absolute worst. Let me tell you about it. I cashed out my 401k. Well, I take that back. I took a loan against my 401k to pay off a mortgage. And my thought behind it is I was able to borrow $100,000 on my 401k at 7.75% interest.
Now, I don't know much about the situation. I don't know a lot about it. I don't know enough about it to talk about it, what he's saying, but I add it because it's a possibility, right? There is good debts and bad debts, and I wanted to identify that for you. I wanted to tell you you can pay off your credit card with your 401k loan, but also you can use it as an investment if that's the route you choose to go. Now, there is good debt and bad debt. Now, paying off a loan, a credit card, is bad debt. Using a 401k loan to do an investment property, to buy an investment property, or to pay off the mortgage on an investment property, this is not a one shoe fits all. There is no two people that's going to be alike in this world with the 401k loan situation. You're going to have different loans, different credit cards, different amount in your 401k. You're going to be in a different situation at your job. So you have to really look at this from every angle. But I wanted to include this video because just to show you that there is good debt and bad debt, and your credit card using your 401k loan to pay off a credit card, depends on your age, I would say. But use it to buy an investment property or buy a business that would in turn bring money back. Not so bad. That's really, really good idea.
But that interest is paid back to me, not to a bank. So I bought an investment property 3 years ago at 6%. 30-year mortgage. I pay $1,000 a month and $500 plus.
Also, what I want to say about that is when you're borrowing money from your 401k, if you don't know, the company usually gives you like 3 options, right? You can pay it out aggressively, you can be like in the middle, or you can pay just a minimum. This is paying back your loan, your 401k loan. This will come out of your paycheck. So your paycheck in turn will be lower because you're now paying back your 401k loan. Be very careful. Can you afford to do that? Now, this is examples. You're going to have 12 months to pay it off, 24 months to pay it off, or 36 months to pay it off. So let's say you borrow $1,000 and your 12 months to pay it off might be $200 a month. And if you're going to stretch it out to 36 months, you're probably paying $150 a month. And if you're going to stretch it out again to 36 months, maybe you're paying $100 a month. And again, those are just scenarios. This is not a real situation. So you're going to pay it off either faster, like more aggressive, or you're going to pay it off in a long period of time. Your paycheck, your household have to be able to sustain on a lower paycheck before you can do this. So again, like that first video, she said, I'm going to aggressively contribute to my 401k once I get another job, and depends on her company match and everything. She might be able to just grow that money back in no time. You know, again, she's young.
else a month goes to interest.
That just went viral for paying off their debt by cashing out their 401k. They've received so much.
I wanted to add this video because there's different scenarios. I wanted to show you different options there is. The way people are thinking about this, it's completely different. They're all coming from different sides.
And any approach that makes you feel better and that you're comfortable with should be fine. But the internet does not agree with me. Now, here's what I definitely know. This person was paying $1,300 a month in minimum debt payments because that's what they said they were paying. And they cashed out their 401k, which I'm going to assume means that they have nothing left in their retirement account after doing this. Let's run the numbers. Assumption number one, let's assume that she was 25 years old when she cashed out, paid off her debt, and no longer needed to pay $1,300 towards debt. I'm going to assume that entire $1,300 went right back into her 401k.
I took out a small loan against my 401k, and I didn't even know that you could do that. And I wish I did 3 years ago when I got laid off.
It is not a good idea to use that 401k or 403b money to pay off your debt. First of all, if you are...
And this is exactly why I'm adding different videos to this 401k loan topic, because some people, I'm realizing now that some people don't even know this is an option. So it's good to know that you have options.
Because you are addicted to spending, because you have spending habits that have gotten out of control and have been out of control for a long time. Meaning
there's a different take on it too.
You paid up that debt and then you turn around and you got back in debt again. Maybe even worse than the first time. You have a spending problem. And that's what you need to address. You continuing to pay off debt just to get back in debt, just to pay off debt, just to get... Stop. It's almost like you trying to swim while something pulling on your legs.
Yes, don't do that. Give your credit card to your mom. Hide it from yourself. Distance yourself from that credit card. You don't need it. You don't need to go back into debt.
Just stop it. That 401k is not going to help you. And if you look at the taxes on that money, when they done taxing that money, you would have been better off just letting that money sit, child.
Thinking about taking out a 401k loan to pay off your credit card debt?
There's a take from an attorney, so...
Please just stop for a moment and listen to me. My name's Adrienne Hines. I'm a bankruptcy lawyer. I know you think bankruptcy is terrible, but just hear me out, okay? Bankruptcy is safe and legal in America. It's protected under the United States Constitution, Article 1, Section 8, Clause 4. It was very specifically designed so that you will not ruin your life because of greedy creditors.
There's a couple different ways to look at this. If you have a $10,000 credit card balance out there, you wouldn't want to file bankruptcy for that. But you want to pay it off. You don't want to have it linger. You don't want to have it over your head. But it's not enough to file bankruptcy for. Now, if you have hundreds of thousands of dollars in credit card debt, I don't know, does anybody do that? Then that's different. You will have to look at your other options if that will work for you. And how long does bankruptcy stay in your record? There's so much more. And that's a whole different territory by itself that we can do another video on. $10,000 or even $15,000 credit card balance. You don't want to file bankruptcy for that. So again, it's not one shoe fits all here. Everybody is different. Everybody have a different amount of debt. Everybody have a different amount of income, and it's all going to be different. Now, I'm not saying that that's not a possibility, but depends on the amount you have out on your credit card debt compared to what you're making. You might not need a bankruptcy lawyer for that. And I don't know about the greedy credit card company. Yes, they spoil us, and maybe we're not educated enough. I wasn't when I had my first credit cards. And, but of course we didn't have the internet and stuff back then. So there was a lot, I didn't know about credit cards that I know now. That now when I pay it off, I want nothing to do with them. They're not greedy. They found a business and they're capitalizing on that business. And that business is us. That business is us, people who owe them money and paying them interest. Just like anything else, you can choose to use their credit cards and you can choose not to use their credit cards. Are they greedy? Yes. Do I like them? No. I don't like them. I want nothing to do with them. But I wouldn't. We have the liberty. We have everything at our fingertips these days to tell us not to use them. And you know what? If we don't use their credit cards, they're going to go bankrupt in no time. I don't know. The government is going to bail them out. Probably that's a whole different topic again. But we can choose not to use our credit cards. We can choose not to buy stuff that we don't have money to buy. And that's going to be the route I'm going. And that's why I'm paying off my credit card. I want nothing to do with it. And I don't have enough credit card debt out there, or I don't have enough debt out there to file for bankruptcy. But if you do, look into that option. Listen, we can't change everything at once, but one step at a time, we can make a difference in our own lives and maybe in someone else's life as well.